Hi class, it is Monday morning and I just wanted to thank you all for the wonderful introductions that you posted. And in the metacognition discussion forum, you guys really brought it. So I was very pleased to see the decisions that you guys had thought metacognitively about and that you shared them with the rest of the class. So kudos for you for that. There is a little bit of housekeeping because I noticed that some of you haven't quite gotten the hang of an online class yet, and part of that is being able to navigate through Canvas in a timely manner. I had some emails on Saturday about the reading. Remember, you can't leave the reading until the end, so I'm going to walk you through quick navigation, take a look at the calendar as well as how to navigate through a module, and I will talk to you later. When doing online learning, taking an online class, time management is going to be the biggest problem. I did ask you to take the online study skills and managing time tutorial in those readiness tutorials, so hopefully you're familiar with the idea of the early bird, the balancing act, the pressure cooker, and the improviser, and you know which one you are. That said, let me give you some tips on how you can be more successful in this class by managing your time appropriately. I suggest on either Monday or Tuesday of each week, that's right, at the very beginning, you get started. Here on the home page, you can scroll down to whatever module that we are doing that week. So let's take a look at week 2. And you are going to look at every page in this module to give yourself the overview. That doesn't mean you're doing the work today, but you need to be able to know what's going to be due in order to manage your time, and then you can set small goals for yourself. So this is the weekly overview. Make sure you watch the video. Make sure you look at the tasks so you know what you have to accomplish this week. Then you go to next. These are the learning objectives. So at the end of this module, you're going to be able to do these things, and this is the instructional objective that it aligns with. You go next. These are the study resources. Key terms. You should write down these terms or copy and paste it as you're doing the reading. You should make sure that you can define these terms before you go further. And then you go next. Here's the reading. I suggest on Monday or Tuesday you link to these. You don't necessarily have to read it on Monday or Tuesday to make sure that you can access the material. I got a lot of emails from people on Saturday saying they couldn't access the material, the reading material for week 1. That should never happen. You should know by Monday of that week whether or not you can access the material, and that way I can work with you if you're having an access problem. So you're going to go to next. Aha, I have a quiz this week. Aha, I have another quiz this week. Here is my discussion. I can take a quick look at it and know what it's going to be like. Then I go to next. Here's my 5-minute reflection. Go to next. And the wrap-up. You need to move from the overview to the wrap-up, see how much reading you have to do, see how many videos you need to watch, see what the assignments are, have an idea of the discussion by Monday so that you can set your time for the rest of the week. You can also take a look at the calendar. On the left-hand side on your navigation bar is the calendar. These are the things that are due this week. Quiz, assignment, discussion. That's another way that you can keep track of what do I have to do this week. Do not just skip to taking the quiz without doing the reading. If there's an assignment, do the reading before you try to complete the assignment. Don't skip around. Work page by page through each module. So that's my tip for the week. I'm hoping that makes it easier for you. I know it's tough sometimes to get going, but if you take a look at the entire module and then set some expectations of what you want to complete by each day and know the due date, I think you'll be a lot happier and the class will go a lot smoother. And as always, if you hit a snag on something on Monday, don't email me on Saturday. I may not be able to fix it for you to be able to turn in that assignment. So be proactive. As soon as you hit a snag, let me know, because I really do want to see you succeed and I want to help. So that's it for today, and have a lovely week.